and welcome to LangDB. In this tutorial, we are going to integrate RAG with LangChain and LangDB. So if you are new to this tutorial, make sure to check out the part 1 of this tutorial where we were able to build our own banking assistant which was able to answer sorts of questions. And this is a Streamlit application which does not even need much of front end. So if you are not a front end developer, don't worry, this is quite simple. Click on the I button, go to a part 1, learn from that, build this bot, and that's it. Done. Everything will be done for you. Now, the next step which will be going forward is integrating a PDF uploader and a vector database. How exactly are you going to do that? Come with me, I'll show you. So, if you clone a repository, you will be able to see multiple projects just like this. So, if you're able to see something like this, I would recommend you to create your own Python file, or if you already have a project, use that. Now, let's get moving. So, earlier we were able to build prompt template, LangDB, API URL, API key, and chatting with OpenAI SDK. And apart from that, we had buffer memory, prompt template. So, what different we'll be building right now? You can also add your questions in the comment section if you like. Alright, so first and foremost thing which we have to do here is to provide a Chroma directory. Now, how can we do that? ChromaDB dir equals Chroma. So if you check right on my left where the folder structure is present, here we have a Chroma and it has some kind of naming and it has SQLite 3. So right here we'll be adding all the vector database and this will be a directory. You do not have to create any kind of directory, just give it a name and that's all. So now just below this, we have to add one function saying that initialize ChromaDB. In initialization, we do not need any kind of values. We already are going to provide them. Okay. So first we have to provide embeddings. What exactly these embeddings are? We are using Hugging Face embeddings. So this is already present. You do not have to install any kind of libraries. Don't worry about it. Then providing a model name. You can choose any kind of English model you want, which is either sentence transformer or has a linguistic embeddings possible. So I'm currently using the most common one, Mini LM L6 V2, that is version 2. And in the model works, I'll be providing my device as CPU because I do not have a GPU to begin with. If you are having GPU, then change it to GPU, just like this. Okay. Currently, we'll keep it as CPU for all common sounds. Now, second is vector store. So, how exactly this is important with us, like vector store? This is actually important because we are going to initialize Chrome. How to get Chrome? So, if you do not have Chroma installed, go to your terminal, open a new terminal or command prompt. In your case, type pip install ChromaDB and enter. That's it. It will do all the works we have installed now. So we have to add persistent directory, which we added right now. This is the constant which we created. Correct? We have to use the same ChromaDB directory, and for embedding function, we have to use embeddings which we created right now, and we have to provide vector store as a return value. So we have to initialize it. To initialize, we have to say vector db equals initialize ChromaDB. So once you have done this, perfect, we are going good. We have initialized the vector database. The second part which we have to do is to add ability to upload PDF. So if you go back to this section where our banking FAQ assistant is, then I do not have any buttons to upload any kind of PDF, correct? So we have to do that. Now, how can we achieve it? We have to create a sidebar named as options, and there we have to provide upload PDFs. Now, how can we achieve it? Let's see. Scroll down just before our display chat messages, we can go here, create our own sidebar. ST is for Streamlit, remember. Then sidebar dot. This will initialize a sidebar. Now, once we do that, add your name, such as options. Once we have it, create uploaded file as a variable. After adding this variable, you have to provide it as sidebar dot file uploader. Simple, but how exactly it will work? I have to provide namings, right? Upload PDF, and we have to provide a type because user can provide anything to us, and we may have to avoid exceptions. But to avoid exceptions, we will only be accepting PDFs, no other images, videos, or any kind of files. Now, we have to write a function to process the PDF. So let's do that. PDF process. Now, in the PDF process, we have to provide with temp file. Why exactly temp file? Because I don't want to keep the user's file standing or dangling right there in my directory and it uses my space. So I do not want that scenario. So I'll be using temp file and creating a temporary directory. Now, just like this, I created a temporary directory and as temp dir. Just like you open a particular file, you are just opening a directory where temp file path equals os dot path dot join. We're providing the temporary directory and the file name. So let's say the file, we are getting the file now, type dot name. This is how we'll be getting the name. After temp file path, we have to open this particular path. So with open, providing the temp file path and read mode as WB because we want to write whatever you've got from the user into that file. So as temp file. Now, once you do this, once you do temp file, you have to open it and write. So for writing it, file dot get buffer and the brackets. Okay, so now we have to load the PDF onto the memory, right? So to load it, PDF loader equals PDF loader, add a bracket and provide the file path. You remember we added this file path, correct? Similar to that, we have to add it here. So see, it's simple. Now the next step which we have to add is to load the documents. So documents equal PDF loader dot load. See, easy. Now we have to split all the text which are currently present in the document. We have to create text splitter. And from where exactly it should split? Recursive character splitter. Simple. Give it a chunk size as per your requirement. If your document may be having a lot of data, provide use a dynamic chunk sizing, and also remember to provide a chunk overlap. So if you are going to provide a chunk overlap, it will help you not only do overlapping, like it will remember the context actually. So let's say if I select this as a text in a particular file. So now if another text is going to load, it will start from here, from equals to the downwards. Now I missed the part where character splitter equals recursive character splitter, right? So I need to get this information as one. It cannot be different. That's why we provide a chunk overlap so that it overlaps some data between two chunks. So it helps you to gain good knowledge within that. Now, in the length function, you have to provide the simple length function which is inbuilt in Python. So nothing to worry about it. Let's get the chunks out. Text splitter dot split documents. Simple and provide the documents which we currently have. See, we got the chunks and we have to return all the chunks which we receive. So to use this function, we have to provide a functionality. So whenever the user uploads a file, we have to get the chunks, right? So user chunks equals process PDF In the PDF, we have to provide uploaded file. That will be the place where it will be going. Now, in the vector database, we have to provide add document. In the document, we have to provide user chunks. So, whatever we received, whatever the text which we got, let's say the text was something like this: a LangDB tutorial. If this was the text, it will get converted to numbers. Let's say it could be 1, 0, 0, 1, something like this. Correct? It has a vector representation. So to do this, we are using vector DB called as ChromaDB. You can use any kind of vector database which you have. You can include that. Currently, we are using Chroma database. Now, we have to provide a success, right? If we are not providing success, then it will be problematic. So, as you know, sidebar, we have to provide a success message saying that processed length of chunks. We are providing a length of chunks, okay? And the name is different here. So, user chunks. Okay. Now, after providing it chunks, we have to process this much amount of chunks from uploaded PDF. Simple, done. Make sure you make it uppercase so it looks good. Now, since we have added and uploaded all the data, let's try to rerun it and see how exactly it looks like. See, simple. We got the options as a sidebar and it also has collapse button. So we can always collapse it and user has a good experience. Click on browse files and that's it. You were able to browse it. Simple, easy. Next step, we have to do the searches. Now we have added the upload file functionality. Now we want to fetch the database, right? So remember we added context earlier in the earlier video. I said it will be useful for us. This is the time when we'll be using it. So now create one more try where we'll be searching for a result. So search results equals vector db dot similarity search. How exactly the similarity search will work? User input and provide k as 3. Why exactly we are providing k as 3? Is there any reason behind it? Yes. So we are going to get only 3 outcomes and 3 results. So whatever currently we are searching, let's say you uploaded a PDF file for interest rates, and the user says what are the interest rates currently present. So it will search for all the interest rates and give you the result and the 3 chunks only, not more than that. Now you have to add exceptions also, except exception as e, and we have to also provide it in the UI. So remember I said you don't need a lot of UI work. This is the time. Retrieve error retrieving context from Chroma DB. And what was the issue? The exception was E. You can even add more details in it, like why exactly it happened. I keep that to you. Contribute onto our GitHub repository. Make sure to star us. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up. Now, next part is to search for the results. Result in search results. How to get the results? So we have to append it in the context. So plus equals context. Right here, we will remove this part and the context will be added right here. So context equals blank string and then we are appending into that blank string result dot page content, and we also have to provide /n so that it can give a line break and it can give a spacing between those chunks so that they are visible and understandable for LLM model where you will be sending the data. Now thing is done. Let's test it out. Okay, so now we've added all the things which we need, right? The first thing which we have to do is to restart the server, which we are currently running here. Now, close this and then start it up. Okay, so currently our server is ready to test. To test this functionality, I have downloaded an interest rate PDF. Click on it, open, and it will start loading. Let's wait and see how it goes. If there was success, okay, so there were 3 chunks processed from it. Now let's see how it goes. Hello, how can I assist you? Okay, so can you please give me current interest rates? Let's see if it is able to find it from a PDF. Oh, amazing. See, currently it was able to find this all details. Isn't it amazing? Man, I would love to use this kind of feature, right? So let me know in the comment section how you liked it. And so let's try something. Let's try something on LangDB. So right here, currently on LangDB, I'm currently using this project, my own Gen AI. I clicked on it and let's go in there and see the threads, what kind of usage happened right now. So if you click on the first one, we are currently using GPT 3.2, 3.5 Turbo. And here, whatever prompt we send, we have received it. So when we asked for interest rate, it searched for all kind of interest rates currently present in our database. So right here, we were able to get this kind of chunks and other details also. As per that context, it was able to give us this response. Isn't it amazing? Because right here, if you check in this section, answer the above context. Can you please give me current interest rate? This was a question, and we got the answer perfectly. So this is how the vector similarity search works. And to know more usages, you can go inside the usages section and get to know what kind of models are being used and how much tokens are being used in there. Like you will also get to know about cost, you will get to know about input tokens, how much output tokens we consume, and so on and so forth. So if you're an enterprise, make sure you subscribe for this channel to get to know more about these features and so much about this. If you have any kind of request about any kind of feature you want to check, any kind of integration you have in mind that you want to try it out with LangDB, suggest us in the comment section. We'd love to understand it and love to provide you the content with it. So till then, make sure to stay healthy, keep using AI, and sayonara.